Hello guys, episode number 23 of Grassroots to Giants, where today we've got a cup double header. We are going to be taking on FC Halifax Town in the FA Cup second qualifying round. We are then also going to be taking on Bideford in the FA Trophy. So let's run the intro and get into it, shall we? Yes, hello guys, and welcome back to the northeast of England for episode number 23 of Grassroots to Giants. Whereas, as I alluded to, we are going to be taking on Halifax Town in our first game of today's episode. You can see they're actually in the Vanarama North, so a couple of divisions above us. Going to be a tough game. You can see the sort of quality of their players. Not too dissimilar to ours, if we're fair. Since you were last with us, though, we have actually brought in a couple of players. We have brought in Oscar Terenzi, is a Spanish left back. If we just compare him to who was our starting left back, which was Josh Scott, you can just see he's just a much better player. So Josh Scott has gone to the bench. The other left back that we did sign earlier in the season, which I believe was Connor Ferguson, we have actually released him now. We don't really need three left backs at the squad. We've also brought in Dylan Hoogwerf, I believe, the Dutch player, can play anywhere in the attacking half of the field. He's actually a Vanarama national standard player, trained at Man United and Ajax, so he's got some calibre there. He is actually going to be playing as a shadow striker for us. He's naturally a right winger, but we don't play with wingers. But if you just have a look at how good he is as a shadow striker, and we compare him to Spencer, who of course has been starting there for us this season. Again, it's a big improvement for us. So that's the new players in through the door. So let's get into it. Let's get into probably the biggest game this club has ever had so far, certainly in this save, away to Halifax Town in the FA Cup. So the lineup that we're going to go with is Wilson, Carragher, Azikunu and Terenzi at the left back. We're then going to go Butterfield, Sangari and Eastman in midfield, with Hoogwerf, Gale and Bono up front. Rob Harker, he's in absolutely scintillating form, but he's a little bit tired. It says fitness test not required, but he is really tired. I'm just wondering whether I want to start Eastman or Glover. I think I'll stick with Eastman. So anyway, let's get into that. Obviously, these two new players are lacking in match fitness. They've only just come in. Terenzi's played 2 games for us. Hoogwerf's played 1. So match sharpness is a little bit of an issue. But let's see if we can, of course, continue our unbeaten run, which I believe actually stands at 56 games since we actually last lost a game, which is fantastic. Of course, I started to highlight before I managed to click on it. Of course, Halifax are, I believe, the Vanarama North and South Leagues are Tier 6 and we're Tier 8, so there are a couple of divisions above us. So it's going to be an interesting test. As Eastwood spreads the ball out right to Terenzi, can he get the ball into the box? He can, it's towards Gale, but Bradbury heads it clear. It's picked up by Butterfield though, into Sangare, and it's now Butterfield again. Sangare looking out wide towards Wilson, who's been absolutely fantastic for us this season, by the way, Sean Wilson. He gets the ball into the box, it's towards Hoogwerf, but his header is tipped wide by Scott. Hoogwerf is going to be taking the corner, and he whips it in left-footed. It's towards Carragher, but it's headed clear. But Eastman collects the ball. He's looking for Hoogwerf again, who looked offside to me. He didn't even pick the ball up. He must have known he was offside, so he's just sort of let it run. Let's see if we can get these latest scores up now. We can. Not that you'll see all of them, because, again, it's still very early in the competition, so there's still a hell of a lot of teams in it. 20 minutes on the clock then. Anyway, a highlight for Halifax with the goalkeeper who clears it long. We do win the header though, but it's now Tear running down the right with the ball in towards Allen. Now Warburton gets his shot off, but it's wide of Vitek's post. Vitek will be relieved to see that go past the post there. Corner for Halifax will be taken in by Warburton. It's towards the far post. We've given away a penalty. Sangare pushed Warren. When we're playing against a team much higher up the divisions than us, we don't really want to be giving away stupid penalties, do we? VTech goes the right way, but he can't get to it. And with 28 minutes on the clock, Matt Warburton grabs his second goal of the season and puts Halifax Town 1-0 up in the tie. Of course, the board expect us to reach the next round as a minimum, so they'll be disappointed if we do go out. Warburton with the corner. This time it's headed clear by Sangare. He didn't give away a penalty this time. But Halifax do collect the ball. It's now Bradbury's gone long. They've managed to bring the ball down, and it's now with Allen. He's got players out to the right. It's Oste Taiwo to Tia. Oste Taiwo again, looking to get the ball into the box. It's now Kie and Taiwo again. Tia going far post. It's an own goal by Asia Kono. It looked like the header at the far post came back off the post, did it? And it's just hit Asia Kono and it's gone into pretty much the empty net. It did hit the post. Asia Kono's gone to clear it. I'm not entirely sure why that's an own goal, because it's come off the number 9 there. But now we find ourselves 2-0 down, having been probably the better team in the game. We need to try and get ourselves back into it. I was a bit worried about Eastman. Maybe I should have started with Glover. Wilson throws it long though, but it's easily cut out, and now it's Gilmore and Bradbury. Can we pinch the ball back off them and get ourselves back into this game before half time? It's Warburton advancing down the left. It's tackled by Butterfield. Great tackle. Eastman goes long, but it's given straight to Thompson. And they have got their third. It's Jamie Allen with his first goal of the season. And that was like watching other teams play against us, where they normally clear it long straight back to us. It's been ruled out though for offside against Allen. It was a great finish. I don't think I've seen VTech make a save yet, to be honest, this season. He's not started off the greatest. This has changed back to the... It keeps doing that. It keeps changing between competitions and stuff like that. Yeah, we are pretty much the better team here. It's the penalty that they had that's given them the... I'm going to tell them it wasn't good enough. I'm also going to encourage them. Tell them I've got faith. We're going to look to bring Eastman off as well. He's not had the best of games. He has gotten himself back up to 6.5, but he is nervous. So we're going to go with Danny Edwards, I think. Let's get Edwards on. Let's see if we can get ourselves back into the game. Azikuno is only on 6.4 as well, but I think the own goal might count against him for that. Gale's had a poor one. In fact, we'll let this highlight play out first. It's Scott with the goal kick for Halifax, which we do win in the air this time. It's Hugworth forward towards James Gale. It's Sangare. We've lost the ball, and they've gone along over the top towards Allen, who does collect it. Allen looking to get the ball into the box. He does get it in. It's towards Gilmore, and it is now 3-0 to Halifax Town, and we are heading towards our first defeat in almost 60 games. Let's get Harker on. Let's go for this. We need to get our top goal scorer on the pitch. We do have another highlight though, and it is Norton with the ball. It's into Bonington now. Hugworth looks out wide towards Terence. The two new signings linking up well. Terence in towards Bono, but he didn't even jump for it. And they've hoofed it clear as far as Carragher. And now Carragher goes long over the top towards Gale, who nods it down for Hugworth. Hugworth with the effort from range, which was absolutely shocking. And we do now make that change. We get Harker on, swap Bonington to the target forward. I'm going to shout at them as well. We need to get ourselves back in this game. We've not played that badly, you know. We've had 13 shots. It's just we've conceded 3 goals. And giving the ball straight to Halifax like that doesn't really help. We have forced them back towards Scott in goal though, who goes long, but Azikono is underneath it. It's now Harker to Butterfield, goes out wide towards Terenzi. Terenzi in towards the penalty area, pulls it back for Sangare. Sangare with great touch. Edwards, oh, you've got to hit that, man. We do get the ball into the box though. It's Dylan Hugwerth with his first goal for the club. And we have now got a lifeline with 30 minutes of the game remaining. Great play there by Terenzi down the left. Edwards should have gone first time with the goal at his mercy, but we still managed to craft the chance out and get the ball into the box, into the net with Hugwerth. Can we pinch the ball back off them again? They've gone out left towards Bradbury. Plays it forward towards Waters, but it's cut out by Wilson, who does go long. Harker's underneath it, nods it on, but he's got nobody beyond him. And Thompson will collect the ball easily, who goes long himself, but Terenzi is underneath it. Driving inside, it finds Butterfield. Now Sangare tries to find Hugwerth, but it's cut out. They've gone over the top towards Allen, but Vitek comes out, claims it well. And this has been quite a long highlight with nothing happening yet. Vitek goes long. Bono brings it down well, but he's well tackled. It's Hugwerth again for Sangare. Sangare from range. Not a bad effort there, from about, what, 35, 40 yards out, just past the post. 20 minutes remaining. We are looking very tired as it stands. Still with the 2-goal deficit. But we do have another highlight now in the 75th minute. It's Wilson. Comes back to Carragher, the captain for today. Butterfield, Asiakono to Sangare. Goes out wide towards Terenzi, who does win the header. Harker for Hugwerth. Finds Edwards. Edwards got a score. Great save by Scott in goal. That was really, really great build-up play, but you've got to score from there, really. It's going to be Carragher with the corner. He's looking for Bono. Bono doesn't win the header, but Harker picks up the second ball. It's now Carragher again. Back to Harker, but it's a poor pass, and Jose just hoofs it clear there. But we're still on the attack here with Terenzi advancing down the left. He's forced back towards Butterfield, who picks out Sangare. Now it's Hugwerth, Edwards, Bonington. We're really playing some great football here. Bono with an absolute worldie from 25 yards out. And we've pulled the deficit back to just one goal with 15 minutes remaining. We're watching that again because it's some great play again. Hugwerth across to Edwards, first time pass to Bono, and Bono with a bullet into the top corner from 25 yards. And we are now back into this tie. Can we grab the equaliser? Sangare with, what was that? What was that? That was awful. Awful. They've cleared it long, but Asiakono's underneath. It's Terenzi. Now Sangare again to Harker. Sangare. It's cut out again. Sangare's not. He keeps giving the ball away. And Halifax are now advancing themselves with Waters. He's forced back to Bradbury. It's now Waters again. Looks for Warburton in the box. Carragher's missed his header. Vitek's missed the save. It's been given offside. But what an absolute catalogue of errors in the defensive line for us there. Wow, it's starting to highlight from the replay from here for the disallowed goal. We're not watching all of that again. 10 minutes remaining. I'm gonna give them another shout. I'm gonna demand more again. Let's see if we can force this game to, I believe, penalties it goes to straight away. We've now picked up an injury at left back to Terenzi. We'll get Josh Scott on. Hopefully that's not too serious. But we've got a couple of minutes left to bag ourselves another goal. We do have a free kick again with Sangare. He's rolled it into Asiakono. I'm going to have to take Sangare off free kicks here because I don't know what he's doing. And we've just lobbed it forward long towards Harker, but Scott comes out and claims it comfortably. We do have 6 minutes of injury time though, so there's still time. Wilson hoofs that one clear. Harker doesn't win the header against Warren. Warburton now with the ball. It's Otse Taiwo, I believe. Waters wins the header there, but Edwards hoofs it clear. It's another one of those long highlights. Thompson and Bradbury passing it around now with Spence and Thompson. Forced all the way back to Scott, who goes long. Can we win the header? We can. It's Carragher. Now Sangare looking towards Bono. Nods it forward towards Harker. This is the chance. And Harker does get us level in the tie. We have come from 3 goals down, away to Halifax, of course 2 divisions higher than us, to be level at 3-3. Of course they've had 2 goals disallowed themselves. We did score an own goal though, but we have actually got ourselves back into the game at 3-3, which is awesome. It's awesome play in the second half by the boys. And it looks like it's going to be a replay. It's actually going to be a replay, which means more games for us, unfortunately. But we do actually get to bring Halifax up to Norton, which should be great financially. We should get a decent turnout for this game, with the reputation of Halifax. And it turns out that the next game is going to be that replay against Halifax Town. So we're not going to do the Bideford one now. We might just skip that altogether. We're actually going to make the second game in this episode the FC Halifax replay. I pressed the wrong thing. Just quickly, the injury to Terenzi, he's actually out for 6 to 7 weeks with a twisted ankle, which is unfortunate. But we're going to do the replay against Halifax Town for the second half of the episode. So I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Right guys, welcome back to the second half of the episode, where we're going to be taking on FC Halifax Town again in the FA Cup second qualifying round replay after our excellent performance in the second half against them. As you can see here, we've actually been made the favourites for the game against the team 2 divisions higher than us. We have rested the players in between this game and the last. You can still see there that they're all on the rest. We've also made some changes to the starting lineup, given how that last game went. We brought Josh Scott in at left back. That's a forced change with the injury to Oscar Terenzi. We've also brought Edwards in instead of Eastman in midfield, and up front we've gone for Bono as the target forward and Harker playing as the advanced forward. So that's the lineup that we're going to go with for today. Right guys, let's go then. Looking to continue that second half performance on from the last game. According to the attendance over here, 846 people have come to see us, and the stadium does look a bit fuller than usual. Of course, I've mentioned it before in the skin that we get 2 different attendances, like it shows us twice in the second half, and they're quite often different numbers for whatever reason. But we do have Halifax on the attack here early on, and it's Warren down the left hand side. He goes across all the way to Otse Taiwo, the captain for Halifax. Finds Morgan. Morgan looking to the outside to get the ball into the box. He does get it in. It's towards Warburton, but it's headed away. And how's that not crossed the line? It was a great effort there by, I believe it was Waters. But it's hit the post and gone all the way across the line, and we've managed to scramble it clear. Carragher underneath the header though for Josh Scott. Now Sangare in towards Bono and Hoogverth. Edwards out wide to Wilson, looking to get the ball in. He does get the ball in. It's towards Harker, and Harker gets his head on the ball. Rob Harker, the informed goal scorer for us at Norton, has put us ahead in the 12th minute. Wilson played that really well down the right hand side. He's been a great addition to the squad, has Wilson. He's done really well to get this ball in right to the byline, far post. Great header by Harker, and we now take the lead in this tie for the first time. Hoogverth with the corner from the right hand side in towards Bono, and Bono gets his head on the ball, and it's now looking a little bit more comfortable. We've now scored 5 against Halifax Town without reply. Just those 3 goals that we conceded were very disappointing. We could have saved ourselves a game here, with our packed schedule as it is. Wilson now with the throw in on the right hand side. It's Bono back to Wilson, who goes long, but it's cut out by Kie. Now Gilmore, Kennedy, Warren inside towards Warburton, who finds Waters. He's got options ahead of him. It's a great ball through to Morgan. Morgan's through. What a great tackle by Scott. I've got no idea what VTech's doing there, but what an absolutely fantastic tackle there by Scott, who is actually naturally a left midfielder, so he's more of an attacking fullback, but that was an awesome tackle. Also, coincidentally, the draw for the next round has been made. We will be playing Curzon Ashton if we do go through, who are actually the division above us. Of course, they have recently been in the Vanarama leagues in real life, obviously in the game as well, but they're actually the division above us at the minute. Anyway, we are advancing forward again. It's now Scott. Look to the dry line, gets the ball in. It's Harker again. He's hit the crossbar this time. Bono does pick up the second ball though, looking to get it back in, but it's cut out by Warren. And now Gilmore on the left as the highlight ends. Scott has made another fantastic sliding tackle. Asiakuno is going to pick this up, hopefully. He does, eventually. And he's gone long towards Scott. Now it's Butterfield and Sangare driving forward. Hoogwerth back to Butterfield. Sangare again in towards Bono. Hoogwerth through ball to Harker. Harker on the end of it, and he's fired that in. He's absolutely smashed that. And it's now 3-0 before half time to Norton Stockton Ancients. Great play in the middle of the park. Bono picks out Hoogwerth. It's a great through ball towards Harker, who's absolutely thumped that off the inside of the post. And we're cruising. We're absolutely cruising against the Vanarama north side. Halifax now advancing forward with Kennedy, and it's Warren. Warren's not really got anybody going out to him, but it's Warburton, and Vitek holds on to that ball easily. Is that the highlight, or is there something else going to happen? Vitek's gone long towards Harker, but he doesn't win the header. And now it's Morgan on the right hand side for Halifax, but we've forced him back to Otsei Taiwo, who's gone back over the top towards Morgan, who has managed to get free. And now it's Waters, and Vitek makes the save again, but it was given as offside anyway. And that is us in to the break at half time. Halifax are actually the better team in this game if you take XG into account. But we've scored the goals, which is great. We may 3-0 up. We may look to actually rest some players. Get James Gale on, give him a couple of games. Of course, he hasn't quite made the step up yet into this division, but we do have a couple of better options ahead of them, especially Harker, who's been fantastic for us. But we're passing the ball around well on the edge of the area, and Sangare has forced a really good save from Scott there. But it's gone out for the corner, which will be swung in by Carragher. He's looking for Harker at that near post, I believe, but Carragher will pick up the second ball. Finds Sangare into Asiakono, who's back to Edwards, and now Butterfield. Sangare again, Asiakono, and the highlight ends. But we're passing the ball around really, really well on the edge of the area there. And it's been a great performance so far by the boys. As we've lost the ball in the midfield there, and now it's Morgan advancing forward, but Edwards has won it back, and he's just sort of stopped. Gilmore, Warburton, Kennedy, now Kie to Otsei Taiwo, driving forward, gets the ball in towards Warburton, who's all by himself, and Matt Warburton does pull one back for Halifax Town. Not really a lot that Vitek could do with that, really, if we're being honest, but the defending, the marking was absolutely appalling. We'll look to make a change. We'll bring Bono off. We'll get James Gale on for Bono. Butterfield's also on a yellow card. So we'll bring Joe Snowden on. Not really featured for as much so far this season. Sangare is also looking a little bit tired. So do you know what? We're going to bring Jay Glover on. We're going to risk it for a biscuit. Let's get all three subs on. Hopefully we don't pick up an injury again. But we need those fresh legs on the pitch. As now into the 77th minute, we do have another highlight. Waters has rolled Asiakono there. Waters is through. Vitek stand tall, and he doesn't. Billy Waters has now made it 3-2 to Halifax, to Norton, and are they doing to us what we did to them in the last game? Coming back from 3-0 down. I really hope not. I hope we can hold on to this. Look, you can see what I was saying about the attendance there. We've got 846 there and 835 there, so I don't really know what is going on there, but either way, 850 fans will say in the stadium is absolutely fantastic. Vitek gathers the ball there. I'm not sold on Vitek yet. Not sold on him yet. He's gone long towards Gale, who chests it down nicely. He's tripped by Bradbury there though. Bradbury's going to get himself sent off for Halifax. Tom Bradbury with the red card, and that makes our life a little bit easier. Hopefully. Taiwo all the way over on the left hand side to take the throw in there, unless they've switched him across. But it is Halifax coming forward. It's now Tia or Tear advancing down the right hand side. he's got Scott going with him, but he has found Waters in the box, but Scott hoofs it clear. That's great. And it's as far as James Gale forward towards Harker. Harker, can you punish them here? He can. Rob Harker with his 15th goal of the season. I believe that's his hat-trick in this game. I could be wrong though, but we've now made it 4-2 and we've hit them on the counter. It is his hat-trick. That's the third hat-trick I've seen him score this season. And we are going to be advancing to the next round of the FA Cup against Kirsten Ashton. Well done, boys. That was a great win against a team 2 divisions higher than us. We've played really well across both the legs there. Harker has been outstanding. What a signing he's been. Another 3.5k in the bank. And we've been drawing against Kirsten Ashton. That's going to be on the 7th of October, so it's not too far away. So that could potentially be in the next episode. And in fact, I think it will be. We'll possibly do Kirsten Ashton. We'll see. We'll assess from there. We've got another trophy coming in here in the League Challenge Cup. But we'll do Kirsten Ashton. We'll decide what we're going to do for the second game. We may have a look at the league table, see how it's looking. We may see what that Challenge Cup brings for us. But Harker, you were absolutely fantastic again. But that's going to bring an end to the episode, guys. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, please hit that like button. Helps me out massively. I've been Dean. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.